the last episode, we rode out wild weather for 2 weeks in Florida, waiting for a weather window to cross the Gulf Stream to the Bahamas. I was less than impressed when I found out that that weather window meant leaving at midnight.
Now what's the time? 2 a.m.?
2 a.m.
We're leaving.
We're actually late.
We're leaving Boomba. We're leaving Lake West Palm Beach, Florida, and we're crossing the Gulf Stream. We've waited 2 weeks for this window and we've finally got it. It's like a mill pond. We've just taken the top down. Take your top off. But we're good, we're good. We're just crossing the last, well, that's the channel marker at the end of the rock groin. You may see flashing every 6 seconds.
Baby loves this shit.
I love this shit.
Oh my
God. I love
God.
it. It's like, I should be sound asleep. It's like 2:30 in the morning. We had 4 hours sleep, if that. No, we didn't even have 4 hours. We had like
I had like an hour and a half.
tossing and turning like no tomorrow. And the fan was really rattly for some reason. I was calling it Rattly Imbrulia.
3 a.m. We're out of the channel. The lights are fading in the distance. Bye bye Florida. Checked out Riviera, West Palm Beach a couple of days ago. 2 days ago, Saturday actually. Oh no, Friday. And today's Saturday. Today's technically Sunday. I don't know what day it is. But it's pretty nice and peaceful out here with the stars. We got full sails up. It's probably not gonna last for too long, but we're gonna take advantage of it while we can. Give the engine a little bit of a break. The Bahamas lie a mere 55 nautical miles off the coast of Florida. The body of water in between the two is the Gulf Stream. It doesn't take much of a Google search to find horror stories of Gulf Stream crossings. The reason is that the Gulf Stream is a deep and fast-moving body of water channeling between mainland Florida and the shallow banks of the Bahamas. The current moves at a speed of 3.5 knots at its peak from south to north. Any northerly wind component blowing against the Gulf Stream can create stand-up waves and treacherous conditions for boaters. They're known as elephants on the horizon. Choosing a good weather window is key to a safe crossing, which is why we waited over 2 weeks for ours, and we didn't regret it.
Honestly, have a look at this bludger. The sun comes up and she's just going to bed. Just like her old partying days in Canada, hey?
What do you know about my partying days?
Oh, I've heard rumours. I've heard rumours. All the boys are still talking about it. Fletcher Bathgate, if you're watching this one's for you, pal. I know you got a phobia of open ocean, but this is as good as it gets, buddy. Look at this. No land as far as the eye can see in either direction. He does. This one's for you, Fletcher. Hopefully we get there in one piece. Over and out.
And now we are halfway across the Gulf Stream. Conditions are beautiful. We got full sails up, but we are motoring just to keep our speed up. We're doing about 4.5 knots, and that's with full sails. Trolling a lure.
I'm going to put another one out soon. Got 2 Rod Stewarts out. We're looking for mahi-mahi this morning. Sun's just coming up. Bite time. They do say no beer, no bite, but it's a little bit early for beer. Although for us, we've been up for about 6 hours or more. No sleep. So it probably is beer o'clock. Would I be excused if I had one?
No. Making a landfall. I can hold a straight line. We're nearly there, so about a half an hour we'll be making landfall.
Land ahoy, mofos.
Quarantine flag.
Quarantine, we are disease free that we know of. in, buddy. Bring it on in. Bring it on in.
Big Australian hug.
Yeah, that's what you get.
You're the cutest.
You too.
Oh, we made it. We're in the Bahamas.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. Get that India.
Now we're heading around the corner so we can anchor. It's a little bit windy, it's a little bit choppy, but it's better holding than around the corner, which actually looks quite tantalizing.
Realities of cruising life. We just tried to get into this anchorage and it was like sand over the top of rock and the anchor wouldn't bite. Even our gigantic rockner wouldn't even hold. And it's supposed to be a good anchorage, so we're making our way to, it's like an abandoned kind of...
What was that housing development never built on?
A housing development never built on, and they've dredged it and it's got protection apparently, but we don't know. We've got about half an hour of light left of sun, and hopefully it's all going to work. I'm sure it will. We'll find a way otherwise, but the realities of cruising, it ain't always beer and Skittles, you know? But I'm sure we'll find a good anchorage in the next half an hour or so, and we'll be cracking a few cold tins. Don't you worry about that. What do you reckon, babe? Couple of rumbos tonight after our big day of adventure.
And then sleep.
Couple of rumbos, maybe some home-cooked meal. What? Are you cooking home-cooked meals?
We've got leftovers.
Oh, leftovers. You're lucky. Very lucky. That's where we're at. Where are you guys at right now? Wish you were here.
Stoked. We're stoked. Oh man, it's been a ship fight. It's all in the name of sailing, and you gotta pay your dues, but it is so good to finally be somewhere gorgeous and beautiful and clear water and a perfect anchorage and a sunset. Check that out.
This is what happens when you go down uncharted inlets. You could run aground, or you could find the world's best anchorages with no one around and just protection from all angles. And look at this place, it's ridiculous. Does not get any better than this.
Wish you were here. Pull an anchor. Hi Mom and Dad. Hi Bill and Susie. Hi everyone we love. We're sailing in the Bahamas. This is epic. This is so good. Happy with the telltales?
I think so.
Me too. This is what we came for. Clear water, nice light breeze, smooth sailing. Oh, so good. We're on a fairly close haul. Beef's doing engine checks, which is why it's really loud behind me. We're on a port tack. Wind's coming across our port side, so our sails are out on the starboard side. And we're flying along nicely. We're only getting about 3 knots just with sails, so we had to supplement a bit with the engine because we don't want to get to the anchorage too late. We're making good time. We should be arriving at 3:23. We've probably got about 17 nautical miles to go. Just completing our first Bahamas passage today, so we're pulling up to Mangrove Key, hoping to anchor for the night. Well,
got some good sailing in.
Yeah, we got some really good sailing in and really nice conditions. GoPro's running low, which means we took a lot of footage, so that's always good. And a little bit of wind, but yeah, we got the whole place to ourselves.
Hopefully there's some fish that are about to get shot.
Morning, we launched the dinghy and had a look around Mangrove Key, trying to find somewhere to go for a snorkel. Well, we've driven around. It was a little bit hard to find any life around here. It was sort of just rock. They said reef, but it was more rock. But with the crystal clear water, we just couldn't resist getting wet. Spear guns are illegal in the Bahamas, but you can use something called a Hawaiian sling. So we all suited up with our buddy boat Reverie. Even Sadie Jane came along for the adventure. Because we couldn't find any coral reef around, we decided it would be a good opportunity to give the hull a bit of a scrape. Poor Don Quixote had grown a bit of a beard sitting in those dirty Florida waters, so it was time to give her a little bit of a clean. It also proved to be a great opportunity for Beef to practice his water running man dance moves.
Come and join us all next week on the Naughty Nook.
It's a dog.
So cool.
So cool. We're like the full Caribbean islands, man. I told Evan my tricks on how to catch fish. He's cleaning up and I'm getting nothing.